Isang magandang Lunes sa inyong lahat. Ito po ang October 11, 2021 edition ng The Stock Market Today. At 75 days na lang, Pasko na. Ito po inyong lingkod, Benji Chidoro. Ako po ay isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007. At ginagawa ko po itong report araw-araw na sinimulan ko po ng August of last year. I also report the latest news on your favorite and most active stocks. If you like the content, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. If you have stocks in mind that you want reviewed, please comment in the comment box and I will prioritize. Ang ating financial news ay tungkol sa MWC, kasama po ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSEI ngayong araw, ika-11 ng Oktubre 2021, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay, so let's start with our headlines. Actually, ito po yung headline natin, Manila Water Bugs New Deal in Saudi Arabia. Ito yung main news, but our headlines is courtesy of BDO Securities. Government debt servicing down by half in August. Then ito yung ating headlines. MWC gets new contract in Eastern Cluster of Saudi Arabia. Then AGI unveils a 4 billion share buyback plan. JFC to open 20 smash burger stores this year. And IATF eases quarantine requirements for travelers. Okay, so let's now go to our main headline. MWC gets new contract, but we will be using na lang itong summary of BDO Securities. MWC disclosed last Friday that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has awarded the Management Operation and Maintenance Contract, or MOMC, of the National Water Company, the consortium of Saur SAS, Miyahona Company, and MWC. MWC has a 30% stake in this consortium. The MOMC will comprise the management operations and maintenance of water and wastewater facilities in the Eastern Cluster for a period of 7 years. And the commentary of BDO Securities is we have a positive view on this development as the new deal is significant in size and will increase profits for MWC. The Eastern Cluster has a population of 5.27 million and a supply demand of 1.8 million or 1,800 million liters per day, which we think is comparable to the demand of MWC's Manila concession at about 1,750 million liters a day. We currently have a neutral rating on MWC. Okay, so let's now go to what happened to the PSE. Now, the PSE breached the 1,000 level. So, tingnan po natin ang market, what happened today. And it will continue to move up according to analysts, no? Yan, it had a green engulfing candlestick and it reached the 7,124 level, or 217 points up, 3.14%. That's 3.14%, although there was net foreign selling at 820 million. So, kung titingnan po natin ang ating index ay it is already currently in resistance level, and our next resistance, let's put up our indicators first. Yung next resistance po niya ay nandito po sa 7,300 na. Yan po, yung level na yan is already the next resistance level, 73.15. More or less, yun po. So 7,300 yung next resistance level po ni PSEI. Yung market Summary naman, 123 companies advanced, 60 declined, while 58 remained unchanged. The all-share index gained 1.97 points, and the sectoral indices were all in the green. And this is led by properties at 5.48%, followed by the financials at 4.50. So later on, let's take a look at the financials and the property sector. So we'll take a look at Converge, MWC, AGI, JFC, BDO, MBT, BPI, and Ali. But before I proceed, let me go to the comments of Makiuso. Last time I was asking kung ano yung ibig niyang sabihin dito sa Converge, ano? And sumagot naman siya. Ang sabi niya, I mean there were IPO shares of Converge which had a lock-in period which will be tradable on October 11 and October 20 respectively. And they were over 1 billion. And then there's another one from Flor Mira. Sabi niya, good day po. Ano po mangyayari if nag-offer ng preferred share ang M-Wide? What will happen po sa common share? Tataas po ba o the opposite po? Okay, magagandang tanong po yan. No? And thank you for the comment of Makiuso. No? At least, alam na natin kung anong tinitingnan natin. Anyway, so let's answer Makiuso first. At sabi niya ay, ito daw ay lock-up shares. Now, I tried to look in the main news pero wala po akong makita. Pero, meron po ako nakita dito. Ito po yung weekly wrap ni BDOSEC. And here, dito sa stocks to watch, habang binabasa ko po ito, meron siya dito. Converge plunged 15.9% week on week due to an overhang stemming from the expiration of the 365-day lockup period on the shares held by Warburg Pincus LLC that represent 15.8 of the company's or 15.8% of the company's total outstanding stock. Okay. Despite the sell down, we think Converge offers limited upside potential at current levels as it trades at full year 21 forecast EBITDA of 18.2 times versus the 16.2 regional peer average following its sharp 125.5% run-up year-to-date versus the Philippine Composite Index negative 3.3. So, anong nangyari dyan is merong naka-lock up down na shares held by Warburg Pincus, and I guess these are cornerstone investors na originally they committed to invest in the company and they couldn't sell the shares until 1 year later. So ito po yun. Kasi ngayon po ang anniversary ni Converge, ano? And it happened last Friday, I think, or Thursday or Friday, not October 11. And if we will take a look at the stock itself, punta tayo sa Converge. Yan po, no? There were two dips here, October 7 and October 8. At on October 11, nag-recover po siya. So, yan po nangyari. So, si Warburg probably wanted to recover his investment. So, binenta niya yung kanyang mga shares, which represents, ang sabi dito sa news item, this represents 15.8% of the company's total outstanding stock. So, nagkaroon siya ng sell down or sell out, which resulted to a decline on the price of the share. So, that's your answer. So, once maging available for sale yan at binenta noong investor, then bababa po yung presyo because there are more shares in the market. So, ang nangyari dito sa Converge is for 2 days ay nagkaroon siya ng sell out, no, or sell down. Pero nagkaroon po siya ng recovery today. So, yun po ang sagot natin dyan. If there is a huge selling of the shares, then naturally, bababa po yung presyo ng stock. If there is a demand of high demand for the shares, then naturally tataas po yung stock. Pero sa nakikita ko po dito ay nag-hold po ang Converge sa support level niya at EMA 50 which is at 32.90. Yun po yung nakikita ko po sa Converge, ano? Kasi na-breach niya po niya yung previous support level of 35.60. Sa ngayon po ay tumaas na po, nag-bounce na uli si Converge at nasa 36 na po siya. Okay, so thank you po sa inyong comment dito. I hope I have answered your question, Mr. Makiuso. And then let's go naman to the comment of Lord Mira. Ang sabi niya, Sir, good day. Anong maaaring mangyari kung mag-offer ng preferred share ang MY? Actually, meron na pong preferred share si MY. And ito po yun, nag-issue po siya ng preferred share noong issue date. Sorry. Ang issue date pa lang niya is October 22. The offer period is from October 5 to 12. So this October pa lang siya magkakaroon ng shares. Okay? So ang tanong niya ay, ano mangyayari po sa preferred shares ng MY? What will happen to the common share? Ang sagot ko po dyan ay walang mangyayari sa common shares. Hindi po maapektuhan ng common shares dahil preferreds po ito And preferred shares in this case, in the case of MY, has a redemption date. Ang ibig pong sabihin yan, many years from now or some years from now, like for example, itong sa MY, 3.5 years from now, meron siyang optional redemption date. Pero kung hindi matuloy yung kanyang optional redemption date, magkakaroon siya ng step-up rate. Yung step-up rate niya is higher, magiging 4% ay 4% or the floor rate of 8%. So, ibe-base po niya yun sa market value ng stock, So, ganun po mangyayari. Kasi, ang dividend area niya is mga 5.5%. More or less, Tapos, ang dividend step-up rate 3.5 years from now is 4% or the floor of 8% based dun sa, I think, a Bloomberg rate, Anyway, so mangyayari dyan is that hindi po maapektuhan yung common shares. Yung preferred shares po is maaring tumaas o bumaba ng konti, pero it will be just close to the IPO price, It will be just close to the IPO price. Pero bang IPO price? Ito, 100 pesos 100 pesos per... Pero ano lang po, indicative lang po ito. Kasi i-fix pa nila yung IPO price But it will just remain there. Kasi, ang mangyayari dyan, eventually the preferred shares will be redeemed. 3.5 years from now, yan po yung optional redemption date. At kung hindi siya mag-redeem 3.5 years from now, meron siyang step-up rate na tinatawag. So parang nasabi niya, kung nag-decide ako na wag mo na magbayad, itataas ko yung rate. Pero eventually, that will end. At magkakaroon ng redemption po yan. At ang redemption price po is also 100. Hindi po yung nag-appreciate, tumaas yung stock na halimbawa 110, hindi po 110, 100 pa rin yung kung ano yung original IPO price niya. Kaya hindi po siya tataas katulad ng common shares or bababa katulad ng common shares. It will just stay within that level. Okay po? So, I hope na sagutan ko po ang mga tanong ninyo. And now, let's go to, I think nasagutan ko na yung kay Flora, So, tingnan natin si MWC. Our next stock. Yan, MWC is moving up and it keeps moving upwards. And bullish po siya. 1 peso 20 centavos ang tinaas siya or 5%, Net foreign buying is huge. At tingnan natin yung 1-week chart. Yan, na-reach na niya yung resistance level. Yung next resistance ni MWC ay nandito po. Yan, nasa 28 po. yung next resistance level. And that level was reached on November 26, 2018. Yan po yung nakikita ko next level based on a 1-week chart based on available data po natin. At kung nakikita nyo po, MWC reached as high as, ito yung pinaka-peak niya. Yung closing price niya dito, 32 pesos eh. So, malapit na niya ma-reach yung kanyang peak. 32 pesos yung closing price noong June 2017. Okay? So, yan po ang for MWC, and it keeps on moving up. So, yung next resistance level po niya ay nasa 28.37. When I talk of support and resistance, these are not exact points, but these are areas. Pagkatapos si AGI naman, just moving sideways. Pero for 3 successive days, there was volume on the stock. So, sideways lang po ang kanyang movement. Let's draw a Darvas here. Yan lang siya. So, ang upper border niya, which is our resistance, is at 10.80, while the lower resistance is at 10 pesos. Diyan po siya gumagalaw for the past since, tingnan natin, August 20. August 19, August 20, up to the present. Diyan po yung nagiging movement ni AGI. Then, GFC. JFC is slowly moving upwards. Yung closing prices niya in the past 4 days or past week had been above our moving averages. Yan po. Ngayon, yung next resistance level ay nandito po sa area to. Actually, it has reached the resistance level and it's trying to pierce that resistance level at 211. And then after JFC, magandang balita ba si BDO? Yun, tumataas si BDO. So there was a breakout here and another breakout here. And yung RSI po natin ay already above 70, which means that the stock is overbought. Pero tingnan po natin ang DMI. The DMI is nasa 19 pa lang. So ingat po tayo dito. Dahil wala pang specific trend si BDO, kasi the DMI is telling us that it's trend neutral. Okay? Pero bullish po yung stock based dito sa ating mga indicators. Yung on the short term at least, it is bullish. Actually, yung 3 indicators are under the candlestick. Now, the RSI is telling us that it is already overbought. Ingat po tayo. Okay, so the next resistance of BDO ay nandito po sa, let's use the 1-week chart. Dito ko na nakikita, sa 141. 141 na yung next resistance level or within that area. Tapos, let's go back to move back to the 1-week chart or to the daily chart. No? Okay, next we have MBT. Okay, NBT had a breakout today, gaining 2.6 points or 2 pesos 60 centavos or 5.59% increase to 49.10. Previously, the stock closed at 46.50. 46.50 lang po yung closing price niya. And it started moving up here. Puro green candlestick siya, no? At dito, nag-increase siya ng 2.05%, which is already above our short-term indicator. Pero ito, already above our 3 indicators, ano? So the next resistance would be here at 50.04. So bullish po yung stock. It is already overbought. Let's check the DMI. Nasa 23. So parang BDO ito. Wala pang trend itong si Metro Bank, which means that ingat po tayo dito dahil overbought na po ang stock and anytime soon pwede mag-reverse po yung ating presyo on Metro Bank. Then BPI. So the financials led the way today, no? Aside from the properties, green engulfing candlestick. I wouldn't say this is a breakout. Probably this is a breakout, pero yeah, this is a breakout since this is the highest level, at least for the closing price, since August 20. So it's a green engulfing candlestick, and probably we can see some upward movement in the coming days, ano? So maaring tumaas pa yan or mag-consolidate, no? Pero tulad ng BPO at saka MBT, taas-taas pa rin siya. So, ganun po natin tinitingnan si BPI, similar to its peers na BDO and Metrobank. In the meantime, the next resistance level as nandito po, nasa 86.65. Ang target price po ni BDO Securities for BPI would be, BPI, it's at 103 or a 27% upside. Mga 25% upside na po dahil nasa 83.75 na po siya. Then finally, we have the property sector, Ali. Wow, breakout si Ali. Look at that. From previous close of 33, it's now at 36 or 6.35% increase. And this is the highest since July. So this is a breakout definitely because there is volume. It is now approaching overbought levels. Let's check the DMI. So in DMI naman is 17, meaning there is no specific trend for Ali. So ingat po tayo when it approaches 70 as the stock may soon reverse, no? So in the meantime, yung ating next resistance for Ali ay nandito po sa level na ito. Nasa 37. When I talk of support and resistance, these are not exact points but these are areas. Yan po ang ating report sa stock market. Ika-11 ng Oktubre, 2021. Ito po si Benji Chodoro, nagpapaalala, mag-ingat sa COVID, mag-ingat sa scam, and investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik at hanggang sa muli. God bless and bye for now.